Good morning. It is now Friday here in Australia, and let's see. So far, we've had crumpets for breakfast. I had some coffee, and it sounds like the plan is we'll go into the city here and we will have maybe some Oporto, and then we're going to have some fish and chips for dinner tonight. And kick it off. It's going to be a little busy because yesterday was a holiday and most people have taken Friday off so that they can enjoy the long weekend. So we'll probably do Huskisson Bay on Monday and go from there. So that's what our game plans are for today. Quiet night, a little chilly, so I'm glad I packed at least one long sleeve shirt. I've worn my hoodie probably each day. I'm kicking myself I didn't bring a little bit more because I brought a lot of tank tops and shirts, but not as many colder weather clothes. So anyway, that's where we're at for today. And Mom liked her painting. Gave that to her. And yeah, so okay, here we are. On to Friday. Happy Friday, everyone. I absolutely loved driving around Nowra. It reminds me a lot of the hometown that I grew up in, including the small little fire station. So of course I had to get some pictures, and then we wanted to walk around. All right, this should be working. We are in Nowra. We are in, is there a specific name for this?
Yeah, this is a
The name of the street?
Yep.
Okay. And it was at this point that all of our audio cut out. But we wanted to walk around. I'll say that a bunch of the footage that I had during this time is extremely unstable. And part of that is I was trying out some new things. I had a arm strap that I had strapped my GoPro to, but the problem with that is how wobbly and how much that things shake because of that. So a lot of the footage you'll see was the best from that time frame, but it was really nice to still be able to walk around, show inside of some of the shops, although we were very mindful about filming on private property because I'm not as familiar with all of the laws that are for this country and I didn't want to risk anything. So, but I did notice something as we walked by and I went, oh, I see something that I wanted to look at. I think I ended up purchasing it. It ended up being a sleeping mask that was a little fox. And I was quite enamored by it, of course, because foxes are my thing. I'm also sad that we didn't have the audio here because there is a specific sound for the crossing walk that is in Australia and one that was very nostalgic, but I also thought this was different because at least in my area there's not a four-way cross where you can cross diagonally where everything stops at this four-way stop. It's usually that it's only one direction being closed off at a time. There's also a thing on the cement there, the sidewalk there, that Wedge was talking about being the black cockatoo, which is what Nowra is actually named after, which I thought was very, very interesting. So overall, not as much footage here, but that is okay. We got plenty on our walk back. All right. Started that off interesting. Anyway, so we just finished at Stockholm. Stockland, sorry. Probably not the right terms there. Stockland Mall. We went to Kmart to see if they had one of the GoPro clips that I forgot. They didn't, that's okay. We got Oporto. It was delightful. Everything we wanted and more. Nice and full. And of course, gonna have some fish and chips tonight. Stopped at Woolworths, and there's a giant, and I mean giant bag that Wedge has, full of Chockies and lollies and chicken salt, and we picked up some of the chili paste from Nando's or Portos. Specifically, Nando's is later on the list, which is why my brain went that way. We are currently taking the back way, just walking back to the house. This is the Nowra High Field, yeah?
It's technically council's field.
Oh,
but
okay.
The school backs onto it.
Okay, so the school backs onto this, the council's field, but I'm assuming the school uses it then too.
Yep.
Fair enough. And they're telling me that the extra poles are for football. But when we think football, we think the leather skin is more soccer.
The big ones are.
Huh?
The other ones, the small ones,
Yeah.
they're actually netball posts.
So that's what I was asking about. You guys kept saying it was... Anyway. So those are netball, apparently, which I have no idea what that is. Can you tell us about netball, Wedge?
Basketball without the dribbling.
Oh. Oh, that's my type of sport. That's the whole reason I didn't pursue basketball, was because I hate dribbling. Interesting. So yeah, that's what we've been up to today. Kind of just got dropped off at the mall and it was great. Good times. So yeah. Anyway, been a really nice day. I wore a long sleeve because it started out pretty chilly, and through the day it's been really nice. Nice little cool breeze, but warm sun. With this being the southern hemisphere, they are coming into winter. So yeah, we also went for a wander earlier, and playing back a bunch of the video, I realized I don't think there's audio. Which might be for the best. Wasn't the best video, wasn't the best audio, so probably just do a voiceover later. But just had some walk around the shops, trying to be discreet, and it meant it is kind of all over the place. So, but yeah, it's been a good trip. So it's currently still Friday. I'll head back, settle down, and a little later on we'll get some fish and chips. Apparently Nowra has the better fish and chips when it comes to some of the surrounding areas. So rather than having it at Huskisson Bay on Monday, we chose to have it today because they're closed Sunday and Mondays. So that's where we're at. Amazing how you still get the saltwater smell from the rivers and stuff. Did you smell that? That's interesting. But love the different vegetation you see and grass. Now Wedge, this is where you went to school.
Yep.
Did you start in kindy here?
No, this is a high school.
Oh. Was the... Now, how does it work? So you've got elementary, and then does it go straight into
Primary.
junior? Primary, okay.
Elementary is primary. That's kindergarten to year 6.
Okay.
And then secondary, which is year 7 to 12.
Okay.
So this is a high school or a secondary school.
So 7 to 12.
Yep.
Interesting. So you guys don't have a middle school.
Nope.
Interesting. I suppose. 7th grade is 13?
Yes.
About that, yeah? Okay. Now, I know in previous times you've also told me that you guys don't have school lunches in the same way that the US does.
Right. It's not like a mandatory or a thing that you get served by the school. It's an optional thing that you can purchase.
But they don't have lunch rooms, you have outside.
Right.
Is that all schools or just yours?
Most schools.
Okay.
because you guys don't really get snow out here.
No, not right here at all.
Yeah, that's what I said out here. I know there's a few places in Australia it snows, which blows people's minds. But it is a thing. There's a ski resort in Australia, believe it or not.
Several.
Yeah. I didn't realize there was more than one. Does that make sense?
Yeah. One of them's a lot more popular. Well, one of them's more famous than the others because there was a great disaster back in 1996, and there was a landslide, and it encompassed 2 or 3 resorts,
Wow.
and there was a single survivor.
Wow. Crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, the gate's open.
Probably all the teachers in.
Probably said teachers weren't in until Monday.
It's the Friday before Monday, so maybe somewhere you go.
When there's people cars back there.
Yep, okay, so you've got, that's the old gymnasium.
Okay.
That large building there.
Okay.
This is all new to me,
Mm-hmm.
all these covered areas.
Okay.
Probably because of the heat wave just as much as the rain.
Yeah. So we'll see a lot more buildings as we come up.
Yeah, so the building behind there is for the industrial arts.
Okay.
That's for metalwork, woodwork, home economics, photography. All those are in the K block there. It's the K classrooms.
Okay. To go A through Z or A through K or?
A through K.
Okay. So those are the last buildings.
Yeah. So this big covered area here, as I mentioned, is all brand new.
Yeah.
That looks really cool.
It does. Nice covered basketball court. Interesting that the gymnasium is not inside.
So they're inside.
Most US gymnasiums are inside. That's just
Right.
covered.
No, the big building behind it,
Uh-huh.
that's the gymnasium.
Oh.
This outdoor area, I don't know, that's just an outdoor area.
Ah. Okay.
The gymnasium behind it is an enclosed area. So that's just where I mentioned that's the old gymnasium. This is the
Okay.
new one. Or called the multi-purpose hall, or
Ah.
MPH.
Interesting.
And all the concerts that the school puts on is done in here. There's tournament grade basketball court, and there's a lot of areas for sitting and viewing.
Okay. Interesting. We value learning, respect, something, and safety.
Hooray!
Hooray! Yeah, so Nowra High School.
This building here is brand new.
Okay,
I don't know what the hell it is.
okay,
Behind it is H block,
okay.
and that's a performing arts block. So your music, well, part of music, dance. What else? Drama,
So theater kind
music. Yeah.
of. Okay. Makes sense. You said performing arts.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the administration building. So with the principal and the vice principal are shacked up here.
Mm.
You've got school administration, new students, the sick bay.
Shacked up means something very different in American.
Oh, it can mean more than one thing in Australian.
Yeah. Ooh, we got a magpie.
No, you were actually.
Please don't piss it off. I want to keep my eyeballs. Promotes respect, responsibility, safety, and that's what it is.
There you go. Okay. Next up, this building with all the AC units on it. Here's the library.
Library?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, it says it on the outside.
There you go.
Beautiful. Okay. Okay.
That one will hold all the science.
Okay.
So a lot of science. There's more science blocks around the back.
Okay.
Because this school's got a very big science wing.
Okay.
So physics, biology, chemistry, advanced general sciences, a lot. Now
Okay.
these ones I get a bit shaky on remembering. I know this is either H block, not H block,
C? B?
D and
D.
E block.
D and E.
And those house, as I recall, mathematics, languages, and English.
Okay.
English also has a lot. So C block and D block will have some English, as well as some mathematics.
Okay.
A, B, and C block that we've got along here.
Mm-hmm.
So C, B, A.
Uh-huh.
They will have geography, social sciences, history, economics, not home economics, they're different. And that would be as much as I remember.
What's the difference between economics and home
Economics is things like studying the stock market.
Oh.
Home economics is fucking cooking shit.
Yeah. The textiles, yeah.
Yeah.
And do we turn right?
Yeah, we turn left.
So it goes. What?
Across. That's the end of the school.
Right. So on a typical day, what would the school day look like?
Okay, so you've got 6 periods,
Okay.
recess and lunch.
Would you start your school in like a homeroom?
Yeah, roll call.
Okay. Where would that usually be?
There would be a designated room. So mine was in C7,
Okay.
and that was an English teacher that presided over homeroom day.
Okay.
And then from there, I see what you're doing. Then from there, you'd have the first 2 periods of the day. Then you'd have recess, 2 more periods, lunch, 2 more periods, home.
Okay.
Period of time was 50 minutes,
Okay.
so just under an hour. Recess was half of that, so 25 minutes, and lunch was also 50 minutes.
Okay.
And as you got into later school, like year 8, year 9, year 10, you could have a double period. So you could have double maths, double English, double science, and that allowed you to have a lot more, in theory, a lot more learning being done.
Okay. Ooh, cat tail. Is that what you guys call it here?
Probably
Shopping cart.
in its natural
Trolley.
habitat.
Yeah. Discarded on the side of a road. Yeah. Just lovely vegetation. Everything's in kilometers. So 50 is 30 miles an hour?
Yeah, 35.
35. Okay. Fair. Yeah. So it's been a good day. Got a little lesson about Australian school since we walked by Wedge's old stomping grounds with school. Yeah, we're just walking back to the house. Now I will show you one more thing as we get close to it. The demonstration farm. Do you want to tell us a bit about that?
Oh yeah, sure. That's where the elective agricultural classes would go. In some cases, the students that would go there got special permission because their parents own the farms around the area. So it's got cattle, it's got crops, it's got chickens. I'm going off what I remember. I never did the class myself.
Ah. Do we need to cross?
No,
Okay.
this is our home stretch.
I know it's the home stretch, but there was no sidewalk.
Right.
Okay.
Because if you want to cross and walk on the sidewalk for a bit, that's fine.
I might. Just because it'll be easier to show you guys. So, this is what he was talking about. So we got fields. And keep in mind, school's not in session right now because they just had Anzac Day yesterday.
And it's school holidays.
And school holidays. They go back on Tuesday. Teachers go back on Monday. Today is Friday, which is why we thought maybe one or two eager teachers who might be at the school already, just getting things set up. But you got some cows, and I heard some chickens. So, yeah. I know when we were here 10, 12 years ago, for me it was 12, it wasn't even nearly this big. So they've definitely expanded and kept growing as time's gone on, which is cool. So, yeah. But that's about where we're gonna wrap up for today. Stay tuned for more, hopefully, updates and better audio. But thanks, Wedge, for the insights, for sharing a little bit about all of that. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Okay, we'll see you later.
Going to just make this a quick one. I'm heading off to bed. It's Friday. It's been a good day. I just finished a delightful bath in this gorgeous tub. And I'm headed off for bed. So tomorrow will be filled with kiddos and family and a really good time. So looking forward to that, but I am going to bed. Good night.